weekend on EA Sports. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. For the Buffalo offense coming out, and it is Josh Allen who is at the helm.
And there's really no underestimating or downplaying the incredible regular season he had throwing the football. When you throw for over 5,000 yards, that's a monster season. He's got an offense that's certainly capable of doing damage in the postseason as well. But he also understands that defense tends to win championships in the playoffs. He wants to find a way to set that aside and advance his team.
Now a first carry for the brother of Dalvin. It's James Cook. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
7 yards there and a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
On play action, Allen. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. A 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And again, it's Allen. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Torrey now. Here's from
mismatches, throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 25-yard line. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. James Cook, 25 yards. And the Bills will strike first here, this wild card matchup. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it was James Cook capping all of that off with a touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. And they'll be led out by their 3rd-year quarterback.
And he comes into this wild card round off of a really good regular season, better than 30 touchdown passes. And he said he feels like he can take some shots against the secondary. In fact, in our meeting, he said not only can he take shots, he expects to do it early.
In motion left here, one of their tight ends. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there. 73 yards. And the Jets are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own.
The
Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And, you know, listen, there's two ways to get the number 7 seed. You can back into it or you can charge your way into it and seize it. But ultimately, once you're here, you can throw that out the window. You've got to come to play.
Yeah, you just think of that phrase, any given Sunday or Saturday as the case may be. And even though this is a 2 versus 7 matchup, don't think for 1 second that this game's going to be a pushover. Anything can happen once the playoffs begin. Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
From midfield, here's Allen. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Allen. And this is Cook with a grab. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
My goodness, they've come out locked in on this drive. Play calling, execution, they are fully in sync. 3 straight passes, 3 first downs. They're moving the ball downfield almost at will. This defense really struggling to find answers.
And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. They'll try and run for it with Davis. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Cook will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. McPherson on for the point after. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it was James Cook capping all of that off with a touchdown run. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Now run straight ahead with Warren. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Second and 7. They'll set up to throw. Knox with a nice catch. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 33. That one goes for 24 yards.
It's got to the point where we see guys like that make that type of a catch. Not fair goes through my brain. That size, that speed, and now they're acting like wide receivers too.
Yeah, tight end one-handed catches. They're kind of like wide receiver one-handed catches nowadays.
Just not right.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory. Down at the 33. The slot man in motion right.
26 man. Push him back.
Now Allen. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. That's out to the left flat and complete. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Carry for Allen. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. They're going to look to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. Just a gain of a couple there. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
They'll look to throw again. And this almost intercepted. Not sure he saw the free safety that time. But lucky, incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down. And his kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Bills ready to take over. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a jet was shaken up on that one. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Allen going to throw. That's caught by Kincaid, working the middle of the field. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Allen now looks to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. George Karlaftis. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. Throwing is Allen on third. That'll be complete to Cook. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Jack Fox on to punt. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. This is taken around the 12. And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds. A good return there. Call it 13 yards.
And the Jets will take over.
And New York set to take the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Now a stoppage here as we've got a bill shaken up on the play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
From the 31, here's 2nd and 3.
In motion left goes a tight end. On the give, this is their fullback.
Hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
On the give, it's Warren.
And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1.
In motion goes the tight end.
A handoff for Warren.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 48-yard line. He'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter.
And the Jets have taken the lead.
Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to it. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away.
And he'll wisely just take a knee here. This ball will come out to the 30-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of it.
Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen.
A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. Now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 8.
From the gun, it's Allen. Over the middle, complete. That's Peters. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
The Bills with the football as we start quarter number 2. Here now, 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line.
Throwing now is Allen. Quick hitter here, it's complete. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
It's Davis on the counter. Dances by him. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches.
Here's Allen. They'll set up the screen with Davis. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set him up with a 1st and goal. To throw, it's Allen. This will be caught at about the 5.
And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown.
Keon Coleman from a yard out. And the Bills are able to move back in front. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that will make this a 4-point game. Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. New York ready to go again offensively. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive. So we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
Now a run with Warren.
And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least, it'll be 4th down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. 40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
James Cook running back out now.
And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here.
Now 2nd and 5.
Here's Allen to throw it.
This taken in by Kincaid.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Oh, that's a nice job of clearing space in the middle of the field for your tight end. He's going to start behind the line and run an angle route, hoping to kind of get lost in the middle of the field. And this is put right on him, and he's able to pick up a first down.
Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Slant route going to be caught by Palmer.
And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 34-yard line. That one good for 16 as the drive continues. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. To the air, Allen. Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
A nice grab there for a guy coming off a terrific season, one that saw him have over 100 catches.
And when you have that many catches, that means you're a full part of the offense. And let's face it, he's been as good as anyone in the NFL this year. So figures he's going to play a big role in whether his team can advance in the playoffs.
Let's go.
They'll run with Cook. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Now Allen. to the goal line, but it's incomplete. This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing 3rd and goal. Cook sidestepping his way into the end zone. It's a touchdown. So his big first half continues. His 3rd touchdown already. We'll have to keep watch as this game goes along, how much they want to continue to ride him, because he could be on his way to a record-setting performance. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. And now out come the Jets. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. And this one is going to be off the mark. Too far out in front.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete.
This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll send Mitchell in motion right. Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way.
Now Sean McDermott is going to throw out the challenge flag. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Back to throw again. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
On the run, it's Warren.
And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
The Jets on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
They'll run it. Warren.
And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll run for it. This is Allen. And he will have a first down here at about the 40.
And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. They'll look to throw here on first down. Allen here on the screen. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
Now 2nd and 3.
They'll run with Allen. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Looking to throw. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
So, Charles, this a defense that hasn't made a lot of mistakes like this on the road to this playoff matchup, but that a bad one there.
Yeah, you definitely want to rattle and shake up the other quarterback, but you know you've got to do it the right way. Otherwise, that cloth's going to be on the ground.
Warren, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, I know defensive coordinator is going to be pretty excited by what he just saw there. Great knockback by their front. And now with the ball where it is, I would expect to see the offense throw the ball on 2nd and 3rd down here.
Here's a 2nd and 7. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Now we got 3rd and goal coming up, and couldn't you imagine being in that huddle, partner? You know they're looking at each other saying, we can't come away with just 3 points after this drive.
Yeah, they've covered a lot of ground. They want more than that 3. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? They'll look to throw. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that'll make this an 8-point game.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
Allen looks to throw on 2nd down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now Allen.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook.
And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down.
46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. This is taken at the 23. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
The Jets going to take over now late in this first half. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
They'll send Mitchell in motion right. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We had 2 great games yesterday, and we're just getting started here. The first of 3 more on this wildcard Sunday. We'll get back.
Well, look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the 3rd quarter. Both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the 2nd half of this AFC wildcard game. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. Now the Jets going to take over on offense to begin this 3rd quarter. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the 3rd quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the 2nd half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the 3rd quarter.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
Out right, he's got Ruckert.
Only able to gain a couple there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
3rd down and 6.
He'll drop to throw.
He'll get this complete to the rookie first-round pick. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a jet was shaken up on that one.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. In motion, the tight end.
Here's Warren.
And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Warren, and he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49, a gain of just 2.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 3rd down, Warren. Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll run for it with Davis. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion, and defensively pure frustration. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And his throw here is incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Warren.
And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 57 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it. And they've run it well here to start the second half.
His first catch of this 3rd quarter, he had 7 in the first half. It's also a 1st down. And they'll send the tight end in motion. They'll run on 1st down. Warren. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And they'll send the tight end in motion left. They'll look to throw here. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
Back to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. Now the Jets will call on the field goal unit here. From the left hash, just a 32-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And that'll get the lead down to 5.
So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Throwing on 1st down is Allen.
Throw left side is hauled in by Palmer.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Allen.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
These quarterbacks have their hands full all afternoon long, but they finally get a measure of revenge as he gets himself in a nice spot. He's able to get 2 hands on the football and pick it off.
And the Jets set to take the field.
Following the interception, they're set up nicely here, already inside the red zone, knocking on the door, if you will. 1st and 10.
Now a play fake here on 1st down.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Mitchell. Touchdown!
Adonai Mitchell.
A 20-yard touchdown.
And the Jets have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter.
So the Jet offense staying on the field. They're going to go for 2. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away.
And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Back now on offense, the Buffalo Bills. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead. But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
On play action, Allen.
And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Throw left side complete. That's Cook. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. The Bills send the punter out as he's on to kick it away. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll bring a tight end in motion left. They start the drive with a give to Allen. And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Now back to throw.
That's caught by the tight end, Harrison Bryant.
And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet 1st down. On 1st down, it's Warren.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
Here's 2nd and 8. He's going to let it go deep for Mitchell. A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch.
And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 27. They'll set up to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And they'll get this down to the 10. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17. He's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the 1st.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there. Saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game.
And the Jets are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that. Truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headline. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 8. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's finished off by a New York Jets touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30.
The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over.
The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Allen now looks to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. The Bills on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Allen going to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3-and-out.
The Bills send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the fourth time today. This is fielded at the 27. A solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The offense for the Jets ready to take over. And this a very important drive leading in the fourth quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here 1st down. Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Well, they've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 2. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Now run straight ahead with Warren. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now they'll pitch it out here. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
2nd and a couple.
Up the middle they go. Warren. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there, all 11 guys on defense, diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
2nd down, 8 to go from the 28.
They're going to look to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's got a 1st down as a tackle made at the Bills' 18. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bills shaken up on the play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
In motion comes the tight end left. They'll run on 1st down. It's Warren. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
2nd and 5.
The tight end in motion right.
Well, here's a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll look to throw it off play action.
Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
not too many missteps in the red zone thus far. He was going for his 5th touchdown pass. His man couldn't shake free there, but boy, you know he's going to take another shot before this one's over.
Yeah, exactly, because you know 3 is good, 4 is excellent. You get 5. That's a whale of a game. On play action, they'll throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Jets are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Now receiver in motion left. Warren. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard that time, second and goal.
Good work there, holding them out on first down. And this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
It's a quarterback sneak. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Jets have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point safely through. And the lead is up to 15 now. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And they are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Finding room at midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Allen's throw taken in by Palmer. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Allen off the play fake. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Throwing now is Allen. He finds his man complete. That's Peters. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down. Again, they'll throw with Allen. And Cook has it left side. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. they become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Here's Allen. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. And that'll bring up 4th down on the big sack with a loss of 5.
They dialed up a 3rd and 1 blitz defensively. It worked.
Yeah, and a lot of people would think, hey, they thought pass and they guessed right. In a lot of cases, you bring the blitz just to mess up the blocking on a running play. Instead, in this situation, the run wasn't there. They just followed everything right back to the quarterback.
One final try here for Allen. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game. But, boy, not getting that when that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
96 yards rushing for him now as he has been a central figure in trying to get his guys to the 2nd round.
And in a situation like this, you're in the 2nd half with the lead, trying to get to the division round. They're going to let him do his thing on the ground, and that's a great run there to pick up a 1st down.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
Here's 3rd and 9. On the give, it's Warren. And he'll have a Jets 1st down as he's got this up to the 35-yard line.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
A handoff for Warren.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Now a run with Warren. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Warren. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Warren. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 13.
Up the middle they go. Warren. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Warren.
And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down.
Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
We'll see if they go back to base.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
To throw is Allen.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Just kind of a wing and a prayer there. This ball's kind of up for grabs, but they're at a point where they have to live with that. And fortunately, this one winds up incomplete.
Now Allen.
That is incomplete.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete.
The Jets advance to the next round as we say so long, everybody.
Do what I should, man. Point, baby. Do what I could, man. Point, baby. Do what I should, man. Point, baby. Do what I could, man. Point,
pick some energy up. It don't matter. I know you haven't moved on if you tried. I don't believe it, baby. I know you lied all night long. But you mean I changed? I'll stay the same. Have me losing my mind. Said the city is mine. Why you never represent me? You do no wrong. I can clean up good for you. Why no right from wrong? 'Cause I wanna make it. I'm a $1 million baby. Don't let why you never represent me? You do no wrong. I can clean up good for you. Why no right from wrong? 'Cause I wanna make it. I'm a $1 million baby. Don't let me.
All right now. All right now.
Hold up, what you saying? Look up, you ain't hitting no more. Fix up with a bang. Got drip when they hit that door. You did it on me. Baby, it's me. Should we go up, down? You go bounce with me. Make it bounce. Make it bounce. Make it bounce. Make it bounce. Give me the bounce, that, switch that flow, straight back, on them feet, bounce that, get down low, bounce, rap, yes indeed. About to telling me something, maybe I need to figure out how the hell are we cutting, I got a deed to the house, and the less of the, if you tryna do something, you gotta lead with the bounce. Make it bounce. Bounce for me. Make it bounce.
Back it on a handstand.
Make it bounce.
Back it on a handstand.
Make it bounce. Make it bounce. Make it bounce. Make it bounce. All right.
All right now. All right now.
Say less, 'cause you already got me, baby. Say less, talking so only slowing us down. Do you believe in love at first sight? Should I walk on by again? 'Cause I don't know if I could survive. You took all my oxygen. She said, baby, what you talking about? Let's do something else with that. That's what she said. She said, say less, 'cause you already got me, baby. Say less, talking so only slowing us down. Say less.
with a bite. I just wanna nibble on your night. So sentimental when I step in the middle, when I do a little dance till it turns daylight. So jump, in a moment. Margella got me feeling iconic. And if you can't groove, she don't want it. Great sex, say less.
She said, baby, what you talking about? Let's do something else with that. That's what she said. She said, say less. Say less. 'Cause you already got me, baby. Say less. Say less. Talking so slowing us down. Say less. Say less.
Stop the road and you walking. You let your hips do the talking. You leaving me no options. Say